March 14th, 2025, 11:47 p.m., New Jersey. Raj Sharma sat at his kitchen table with a spreadsheet open. He wasn't looking at numbers anymore. He was looking at a life. Anjali, 12 years in product management. Rohan, 12, old enough to understand what leaving means. Maya, 8, old enough to feel it without being able to name it. $1.2 million. 8 months to figure out what to do with every single dollar. And here's the part Raj didn't know yet. There are 5 decisions every returning NRI has to make. Get even one wrong. And it's not a line item on a spreadsheet. It's Rohan's college fund. It's the Hyderabad apartment they'd already started picturing. It's Anjali's ability to take a year off while the kids find their footing. They made the call Hyderabad, closer to aging parents, a different pace for the kids, the kind of decision that feels right in your gut long before it makes sense on a spreadsheet. What they didn't know yet was how close they'd come to getting it wrong. That's the blueprint this series is built on. If you're planning your own return, or even just thinking about it, hit subscribe. I break down one important decision every week, the kind most people discover after it's already too late. Let's start with the first one. The 401k hit Raj at 6:43 a.m. He'd already moved from the chair to the floor, laptop on old tax returns, $420,000, 15 years of autopilot savings. Here's what he discovered. India doesn't see a 401k the way the US does. To the IRS, it's a retirement account. To the Indian tax department, it's just another foreign investment, same as a brokerage account. The moment Raj becomes an Indian resident, every withdrawal gets taxed in India, while the US still takes its cut. 2 countries, same money, both want their share. Raj ran the options. Leave it alone, tax twice forever. Roll it to an IRA, India still doesn't care. Same trap, different box. Then he found the third door. Take it out during the RNOR window, those 2 to 3 years where India taxes zero foreign income. Spread the withdrawals across 2, maybe 3 years to stay out of the top bracket. India gets nothing. The US gets its ordinary income tax, plus a 10% early withdrawal penalty. He's 42, not 59 and a half. That penalty hurts. But here's the math Raj saw at 7 a.m. A one-time penalty now or double taxation for the rest of his life. The penalty was cheaper by a lot. One detail, don't take it all at once. $420,000 in 1 year slams you into the highest bracket and makes the penalty the least of your problems. Spread it. This math isn't the same for everyone. It depends mainly on your age and your balance. Talk to a cross border advisor before you decide. The right move wasn't leave the 401k alone, it was touch it at exactly the right time. Before India starts counting. First fork, one down, four to go. The brokerage account was next. Together, Raj and Anjali had $780,000. Their Fidelity accounts vested RSUs from a decade of their career. A meaningful chunk of that was unrealized gains, money that had never been taxed, just sitting there. If they moved back and sold later as full Indian residents, 12.5% flat, no exemption. But they'd already learned the rule in Decision 1. During RNOR, foreign income mostly isn't taxed in India. And as US non residents, they wouldn't pay US capital gains tax either. 2 countries, 2 blind spots overlapping for a window that closes. So here's what they did. November 2025, sold everything, the brokerage, the RSUs, all of it, zero tax, not in the US, not in India, then bought it all straight back. Same positions, today's higher price. That one move reset the cost basis permanently on all $780,000. Whenever they sell for real, years from now, as full Indian residents, India only taxes the growth from that new higher number. A decade of US gains legally erased from their future tax bill. That's the cost basis reset. Second fork, two down, three to go. Raj and Anjali confirmed with fidelity. Their accounts would survive the move. They'd stay open, but they wouldn't stay the same. The moment their residency changes, Fidelity would flag both accounts. Non resident aliens. New mutual fund purchases blocked automatically. No warning, just declined. Individual stocks and ETFs, still tradable. Mutual funds, untouchable. Different brokers handle this differently. Some liquidate everything, some won't let non residents keep a dime. Fidelity's version was specific and manageable. So, what did they actually need to do? The day their status changes, each of them would need to file a W-8BEN. One form, it tells the IRS and the broker. We're non resident aliens now, not US taxpayers. Every institution they held money with needs its own signed copy. The form isn't complicated. Remembering it exists is the hard part. Miss it, and the broker defaults to treating them as US persons. Wrong tax withholding, wrong reporting, sometimes a frozen account until someone catches the mismatch. And here's the silent catch: the W-8BEN expires every 3 years. Nobody sends a reminder. If Raj had ignored this next decision, his family would have lost nearly $500,000. That number didn't hit him when he was looking at a spreadsheet, but when he pictured his wife sitting with kids, a quiet, normal evening, and he realized one missed detail, and nearly half of everything he built never reaches them. Start with the shock. As a US resident, his estate exemption was $15 million. dollars. His family inherits everything tax free. But the moment he moves to India, that protection collapses to just $60,000, a number that hasn't moved in decades. Here's what that means in real money: Raj had $1.2 million dollars in US Citus assets. Everything above $60,000 gets taxed at 40%. That's roughly $456,000 gone before his family sees a rupee. But here's the good news: Raj made three moves. One, documented every Citus asset, so there were no surprises. Two, migrated his US domiciled ETFs into Irish domiciled equivalents. Same index, different wrapper, zero estate tax exposure. 3. Put a term life policy in place so Anjali and the kids have on day one. He made sure Anjali never has to call a lawyer, and Rohan and Maya don't lose their college fund because of a rule nobody told their father about. Raj still had his NRE account. 15 years old, he figured he'd just keep using it. Here's the trap: the moment Raj becomes an Indian resident, that account is illegal. Not a gray area. FEMA is clear: convert it immediately or you're in violation. And his bank won't warn him. No email, no notification. The compliance sits entirely on him. Miss the deadline and penalties compound daily. The meter starts the day his status changes and doesn't stop until the account is fixed. So Raj moves fast. After he lands, he converts the NRE into a regular resident savings account. Mandatory, no workaround. His FCNR account, completely different clock. That's a fixed deposit. Legally, it can run untouched until maturity, even after he's officially a resident. So he lets it sit. Once it matures, it converts. Two accounts, two sets of rules. One started the timer the moment he stepped off the plane. The other doesn't tick until the deposit comes due. So, to bring it together, Raj didn't get every decision perfect, but he got them right enough and early enough that the move felt like a move, not a financial emergency. The $1.2 million stayed intact. The taxes were planned, not panic paid. And right now, he's not thinking about any of it. That's the point. If you're planning your return, these five decisions are your checklist, not for memorizing tax code, for knowing the forks exist before you're standing at them. Subscribe if this helped. More stories like this are coming, covering every decision that trips up returning NRIs. This is educational content, not financial advice.